Hi, yeah, I'm Karen Gilbert and I teach people how to make their own natural beauty products, and I teach natural perfumery classes as well. And I've also got a book out called A Green Guide to Natural Beauty.
What's your web address?
www.karengilbert.co.uk.
We started working on your personal brand about 7 months ago, wasn't it now? So what was it that initially made you want to start work on your brand?
It was because I knew that I had a book coming out, and because I had a previous business which was completely different to the subject matter of the book. I felt that my image wasn't really congruent with my values and the book, so I think I needed just a little bit of help to pull that all together.
We did the personal brand discovery process together, so how did you find that?
Yeah, I found that really good. That was really interesting. It's given me a lot more clarity on what my values are, especially how I'm perceived by others, and yeah, some things were quite surprising. Some things were just really consolidating what I believed, which was good.
You mentioned finding out what others thought of you, so the 360, what was your experience of having the 360 personal brand audit?
I really enjoyed the process of that. I was really surprised actually that the people that answered it first were people that didn't know me very well, whereas people like friends and family and the people that were closest to me, they really had to be kind of bullied into doing it. And talking to a really close friend of mine who I was really, at first I was a bit upset that she hadn't sort of got it done, and she was like the last person, I think, and she said that she was really terrified of doing it. So, but it was really interesting, and it actually did sort of consolidate some things in my head that I really needed to change, especially to get myself away from my old business and into my new business and my new sort of brand, really. Yeah, it was really an interesting process. I think it was really useful. I think it's really useful for everybody to do that. I think it's easier sometimes for you to get feedback from what other people think of you than you know about yourself, because when you're sort of in it, it's really sometimes quite hard to see what other people see, if that makes sense.
What else have you found going through this process? You mentioned you got some clarity. Is there anything else that's come up for you as a result of doing work on your personal brand?
The major thing is I've been trying to pin down what my personal brand is, and that was something that I was really struggling with, because my life changes so quickly and things change for me all the time, so I have so many ideas and new opportunities that I take and things that come along, and I suppose I was trying to pin it down to one thing, and I think the key learning point that came out of that was that I can't pin it down to one thing, because what I do is always moving and evolving, and it's just that I need to make the conscious decisions as to what opportunities I take, whether they fit into what my values are or not. So I think what I've learned is what my values are and what my brand and what I am really about, and learning to filter out opportunities, whether I should go down, I don't have to take everything that flies my way, I think. And I think I became quite overloaded with, sort of saying yes to all these opportunities that were coming along, and actually maybe they didn't really fit in with what I was about and where I was going in the future. So
would you say that you're clear about what you're about now?
I think so, yeah. This week. No, definitely. The goals that I set out, the thing that I set out to achieve, I'm very clear now where, what my plan is for the next sort of 6 months to a year at least anyway. And I know that everything that I do will have to slot into those values and that branding.
What plans have you got for the next 6 months or so then, Karen?
Well, I've got lots of classes coming up. The major thing is my perfumery class. I've got a natural perfumery class coming up that I'm teaching at Imperial College in London, and that's on the 28th of January. And you can find that on my website. I'm also in talks with a TV company as well, and we're working on some ideas for a TV show. So hopefully something exciting will come out of that.
Have you got any more books planned on the horizon?
I'd really like to do a perfumery book, and that's something that I sort of planned before I got the book deal that I did. So I put that on hold. So I want to resuscitate that and yeah, carry on working on that next year, I think.